Boys Season 2, Episode 3, Over the Hill with the Swords of 1,000 Men. It is directed by Steve Boyum, written by Craig Rosenberg, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts, and we're following what happened after Ryan got his powers. Well, he attacks Homelander with it because he hates Homelander. I'm like, good for you, Ryan. Oh man, me and my homies hate Homelander. Ryan's over here like, I'm gonna protect Becca, man. And I'm like, you should. Homelander's the worst. I'm like, this is a mama's boy over here. Okay. I wouldn't want Homelander to be my dad because Homelander is the worst. And it seems like Homelander is getting more and more angry with everyone within the Seven. He's like, you know. Oh man, I love the sound design. Every time he's like looking at the screen, he's like, he's watching someone on the news, like maybe it's somebody in the Seven, like get more popular than him, or like get any sort of news on them. You know what the Homelanders does? He does like a very angry voice. He's like, right? Without the noise that I created with my mouth. And also the sound design of the episode, it just gets like more intense. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's just creating tension. I feel like Homelander's about to snap at any given moment. He just seems like he's trying to withhold all of his anger and all of his powers at any given moment, and he seems like a very, very dangerous fellow. Also, speaking of dangerous, Annie has snuck Compound V, the information about Compound V being what has created the Supers, the Supe boys. And I'm like, oh, scandalous. Now the news is going to talk about this all over the place. Ooh! And I'm like, okay, this is exciting. Let's see what the news says. Let's see how Vought gets out of this. Because this is a little bit of a sticky situation. Compound V creates superheroes, chat. Oh my goodness, Compound V creates superheroes. Superheroes aren't born, it's actually created in a lab. What if people knew about this and they were pissed off and angry about it? I would be angry if I saw that on the news and I was living in a world full of soups, you know? Also, Kimiko's brother is that terrorist. There was a terrorist along the loose, and we found out in last episode that, she's actually related to that guy, the terrorist. And I'm just looking at the boys, and they're like, man, what are we gonna do about this? This is Kimiko's brother. They seem to love each other, and she misses him, but he's like doing terrorism, and that's no good. Why would you do terrorism? And I'm just thinking, are they going to keep him protected, or are they going to take him to the CIA and like tell him about this terrorist that they have access to, that the boys have access to, you know? And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll do the right thing. But what is the right thing in this situation? Well, they decide, okay, we should probably give him up. Let's give him up to the CIA. Let's see what they do with him. And I'm like, oh gosh, that's not a good idea. It's never a good idea to trust the CIA with valuable information or whatever, because they ended up losing. Well, they didn't end up losing him. He ended up running away. They were about to get him in their grasp, which is essentially losing them. Well, yeah, they pretty much lost him, and now he's just out in the weeds. He's just gone, and I'm like, oh boy, this is crazy. I wonder what's gonna happen. So Compound V is now revealed to be the source of all the Supe's powers to the public, and now it seems like more people are becoming more and more aware, more and more skeptical of it, although we don't see all of the backlash at this start of this media cycle. We just see Homelander being really pissed. It seems like everybody's just trying to keep a leash on Kenji during this episode. The CIA, the boys. Well, I guess not leash. They're trying to like bring him to, I'd say, a crate. If he was like a wild animal and he escaped his crate, they're trying to bring him back to his crate in like a literal metaphorical sense. And he's just like running around, you know, scared. He seems a scared type. Oh man, this was intense, this scene. We have Stormfront. She encounters Kenji. And Stormfront's, everyone's loving Stormfront. Ooh, yeah. She's causing a lot of commotion within the people. She's like, I'm gonna cause some protesting against VOT. Here I go. And what's interesting is that Stormfront encounters Kenji, and she's like, ugh, you're gross. You're like yellow, and you're like gross, and you eat rice. And other forms of racism. I don't know. She just racistly kills him. And I'm just thinking, oh man, she's just a big racist person. She actually is racist. I don't remember exactly what she says, but I do remember it's like what she says while killing Kenji. By the way, she kills Kenji in like the most intense way possible. Like, this is not humane at all. You seemed like you really hated that guy. You wanted him to suffer. And while she's like killing that guy, she's like screaming like, you slur used against Asian people, you suck, you know? You're the reason, you Asians are the reason why things are bad. She says that. She says all of that. I'm like, whoa, she's racist? Oh geez, this is a problem. This is a big problem. Also, what's interesting, VOT's clever. They're like, okay, well, we're going to contribute the creation of Compound V to just like these random mad scientists, just so it's off our back. I'm like, wow. Annie's attempt and the boys' attempt to leak Compound V and like what it does, they just covered it up with their many lawyers and legal team or whatever. PR team, public relations, yeah, the PR team. They have a strong PR team at VOT, and I'm just thinking, wow, this is intense. This season is just getting more intense. We're learning bad things about some of the Supes. Homelander's a petulant child. It's crazy how much of a petulant child he is with how powerful he is. It was just that chick, Maddie, that was keeping him under control. And now that she's gone, he's like, I want things to be my way, you know? And then we have Stormlander is a racist, and A-Train's a Compound V addict. The Deep, although he's gone, is a sexual assaultist, and now he understands why he does it. Also, this is fun. Unzips himself. He's like going around Homelander. Hello. Just like this. And Homelander's like, ugh, cover your gills. It's gross. It's disgusting. That's the thing you say to somebody who just now got over their body issues. I mean, I understand Homelander doesn't care about the Deep. He didn't know that the Deep had his body issues. But still, it's just not, it's not fun. I can't imagine being in the Deep's position. I mean, I don't like what he did to Starlight, but I also don't like how Homelander is just dismissive of him. He's just like, I don't care about you. Leave. I don't want to see any of your gills. Your gills aren't sexy. They're actually incredibly gross and disgusting. And this episode just reveals more and more information, dirty secrets, so many dirty secrets. And I'm just thinking, okay, I want to see more. I want to see more with the boys. I want to see what's happening in the next few episodes. Please, please, please. I need it. Oh, I'm falling, balancing. This balance is not good. I need it. I need more of the boys. I do like how Huey and Annie has to like sneak around. I like how Annie looks when she's like not in full costume versus when Huey is always looking the same, but Annie looks completely different when she's not in costume. I like that. I like that a lot. I gotta give this episode, because of how many spicy secrets it reveals, it makes me want to watch this episode a huge amount. I gotta give this episode, this episode is a solid 8.1 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 Dinos. Patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all the daily movies, go to this link here, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movies, so go here. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad. I'll see you later, my sour croutons and bacon bitch. I'm gonna blast you. I'll blast you with light.